guys, tell me about the beginning of El Astronauta.
It was a song title that I had for a piece of music on my solo project, which was Captain Dean. And I used the title El Astronauta to put on the beginning of an intro of a musical piece into a song. And it just kind of stuck with me as a cool name. And Seth joined my solo project at the end of its run. And then we kind of drifted apart for a little bit. And
we kept in touch.
Yeah, we kept in touch, and we were like, we still need to work together. We still need to do something. And then we got together. We tried out a few drummers, and Corey Link stepped in and became a Spanish astronaut.
And we can't get rid of him.
No, they've tried.
But we had just met somehow, and I texted him one night. I was like, hey, are you looking for a band? And he was like, yeah. I said, well, maybe I can find you one. And I sent him to like, Bass Invaders and
yeah, Bass Invaders.
Somebody else.
Yeah.
A couple of bands maybe, and none of that worked out. And then,
but I'm pretty sure my name got thrown in the mix because my wife knew Seth's wife.
Yeah.
They boot camped together, and she had mentioned that I'm a drummer, and I was looking for something. And so she planted that seed with Seth, and I think he mentioned it to you.
Messaged him and was like, hey, let's jam. And we jammed, and it was like 2 weeks before Christmas, and I was like, I'll see you in January. And then that's where we started. So we didn't have a name.
No.
We just got together and jammed, and
we jammed for a while without a name.
Yeah.
Or any clear direction. We just got together in my garage and
see what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just riffed. We didn't really have anything. It was kind of like a clean slate. That was really cool for me, and I think we had talked about that.
Yeah.
Like start from scratch and just kind of build something from the ground up. And thankfully we got to do it with him because he didn't enter the picture with 10 songs. And
right.
That was nice.
Yeah, nice not to have to say, hey, learn these.
Yeah.
We just all kind of built it together. So we were all in a text thread together, back and forth. And like they had a lot of ideas.
Of course.
They were saying, a lot of ideas to the thread. And every time I read one, I was like, nope.
Yeah, it was him saying no to everything.
He rejected everything.
I didn't offer any opinions. I didn't give any names that we should go by, but I would just shoot all theirs down.
Right.
And then one day Dean sent El Astronauta, and I said, I don't hate it, and so that's how it became the band name.
It was the first one he didn't hate, so we had to go with it, or we'd still be looking for a name.
Take it or leave it, we'd still be unnamed right now. all I've done is played music for the past, I guess it's probably 17 or 18 years since I started again. So it's just part of my, it's my life. A lot of people like to say that, like someone asks, what do you do? And they talk about their job, and it's like, my job is what allows me to do the other things in my life. I have a family. I play music, and that's, my job is third, because that's what allows me to do the things that I love to do. The music that I write or that I play and that we play and we write together is unique to us, but it's not, we're not changing the world. Like, we're not changing the world as a whole. I could say we're not, trying to reinvent the wheel or trying to do something that no one's ever done before. But when we're playing a show and there's a couple kids or a couple people come up to you, and tell you how much they like it, that's really all that matters, is that I get up there and play the music for me. I play what I want to play because that's what I want to play. And if someone likes it, then it makes me, it's even better. But I'm still going to get up and do it, even if nobody likes it, because I like to do it. And that's what I want to do. So I'm doing it for me. If you like it, then cool. That's cool too.
Just because it's a harder and a little bit more rock and roll, it's easier to express myself. I can get free, I can hit hard, I can be wild, because that's part of the style of music that we play. And so I am more myself on stage doing this and some of those other bands. I guess the biggest memory, we early on, and we've probably been together 4 or 5 months. We got a chance to play at the Exit Inn in Nashville. Very famous venue. A lot of stars and a lot of bands have played there that everyone's heard of. And it's not like it was very funny or very dramatic, but just being on actual backstage where all these other people together as a band. That's probably something I'll remember for a very, very long time, if not forever. Being in that environment with these two guys and a band that I'm really passionate about, and music I love to play.
I feel like I made a lot of mistakes, even though I was playing. I think I was playing for all the wrong reasons. I was trying to go to be famous. I was trying to be rich and a star. Like, I think growing up on the MTV generation of things is your tunnel vision on that. And I lost focus on the importance of the music. So I feel like a little bit of my youth, my 20s and 30s was wasted. And I should have been doing this the whole time. I should have been writing my own songs or in an original band, as opposed to playing in cover bands. And, I'm not leaving my house unless I get paid $150 kind of thing, But I don't know. I don't know. You can wish and hope on a lot of it, but it's all about the moment. And I guess I was doing what I was supposed to do in that moment, and it has guided me to here today. So I was really content. I played drums forever. I was a drummer for 25 years professionally, and I walked away from it because I got lost. I lost my identity because when you're playing in cover bands, you become that drummer. You know, when they do a song by that band, you just kind of learn that song, and in your mind as a drummer, I'm John Bonham right now, and you know, now I'm the guy from, you know, Heart. And I was driving home from a show. I was absolutely pissed off, and I was like, I'm tired of this. I don't know who I am anymore. So I bought some recording equipment. I grew up playing guitar and bass and obviously drums and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start recording my own songs to scratch that itch, because I needed to do something, because I was lost. And I just remember I was so angry driving home from a show one night, and I quit that band like not long after that, and started a solo project, which became a band, which was never intending to happen. And so the whole Captain Dean thing came from that, because of just my frustration of all of it. And I just started writing my own songs and doing my own thing. And obviously my solo project kind of had a rocky road. There was a lot of ups and downs to it, but I definitely learned a lot of lessons from it. And all of that, like you said about life lessons, that was a learning thing to happen late in life, in my 30s. And as I'm going into 40, I'm walking into ASTRONAUTA, and I'm like, I'm comfortable being a bass player now. I'm comfortable being a singer, songwriter, which I never was. It's been incredibly challenging, because we, as soon as COVID, like the shutdown of it all began in March of 2020, and it was weird. What's happening? Our shows are getting canceled. We're scared to leave the house, and so the next thing you know, it's like, well, let's just record. That's the one thing we can do. And then we were getting crap for being in each other's house. Yeah. Like, we weren't supposed to get together and have band practice and stuff, because we could have been spreading. The unknown of it was the challenge to get around. Mm-hmm. But we did, and we just started recording. And I think your drum tracks were done in 3 or 4 sessions. Yep. And then Seth and I both have home studios. We were just able to send files back and forth. So he'd send me guitar tracks, and I'd do the bass and vocal tracks, and we made a record that way. Yeah. But it took most of 2020 to do it, because it was a weird way to do it for me. But, you know, I'd say it brought us closer together, but yet we were apart. Mm-hmm. And when you hear the final thing, everybody was like, is that us? Is that did you do my drum tracks over or something?
Yeah,
I even said that because there was a couple
Yeah,
songs.
he had no idea.
There's a couple songs that he just threw at me. Hey, we're going to learn these parts right now. Then we're going to lay them down. So I did.
Challenge.
Weeks later, I've forgotten about them, you know. And then months later, when I heard this, I'm like, I don't remember. Is that me playing? Because I don't remember that song.
It's true.
Because the drum
No,
tracks
I
were
was
done
like,
first, and they were done
yeah.
like months before.
Yeah.
everything else.
Right.
Luckily, I have a new space at my house where we just remodeling, and I built the external building and built like a little. I hesitate to call it a studio because it sounds kind of pompous, or like I have a bunch of really nice equipment in there.
It's a
Yeah,
practice
it's a
room.
studio.
It's a practice room.
I have like a practice room,
studio.
and I have acquired some recording equipment, and so we're able to do
Fine leather
like
books of
16
cigars.
tracks of drum mics and whatever we need to do. So we can record.
It's just, I think everything's just been a slow process.
We can record ourselves.
But
We
we're
don't have to
getting
pay
there.
anyone to record us.
Yeah,
We can do it
and I
ourselves
hate
on
that for
our
our
own time.
friends because there's some great studios out there, and we're hoarding all of our money and not giving it to them
Right.
by doing it ourselves. But
But we're able to record ourselves, and it's fun. A
COVID.
fun project to do, and kind of gets us, better at doing that type of thing.
Well, it just made sense this last time. It's just because we had all this time.
yeah,
And so it's just, we might as well do it ourselves.
So we record 1 or 2 songs at a time and keep them back, and eventually have another album. And
yeah, I think
see what
so.
happens.
There's a lot on the horizon. It's just a matter
Yeah.
of getting there.
So do you guys have nicknames for each other? Or names you say about each other behind your backs?
Oh Lord.
Well, we probably can't say them on camera, but
Lipstick check.
Lion,
The Human Torch.
lion.
you need to brush your beard, bro. Looks like you've been homeless.
It's from Alexa.
Okay.
I'm not talking L. Ron Hubbard. That guy's a crazy wacko, but a Ray Wiley Hubbard, owner of all the Texas Shadows. Cause when there's a shift in your blood like some wacky tobacco, when you overthrow the mud, take chance on a hello, but there's exclusive on the club. It's bad for business, controversial though. It's bad for business, it's honor code. It's bad for